Let me start with a story about the Ramirez family from San Jose. When their mom Elena started needing more help at home, they thought they knew what to ask for. The doctor suggested home health, so they assumed that meant caregivers would come in daily to help with bathing, meals, and companionship. But when the home health nurse showed up, she explained that her role was limited, checking vitals, changing wound dressings, and reviewing medications. She wouldn't be there every day, and she definitely wouldn't be cooking or helping with personal care. The Ramirez family was confused and stressed. They realized they actually needed home care, not just home health. But by then, weeks were lost, and Elena went without the daily support she really needed. This mix up is common. Families across the Bay Area tell me they've faced the exact same situation, and it can lead to frustration, wasted money, and even unsafe conditions for a loved one. So today, let's clear it up. Hi, I'm Dale Corpus, a Senior Transition Specialist and Real Estate Expert based in the San Francisco Bay Area. This is another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions, powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast, where I share real stories, expert insights, and practical tips to make caregiving and senior planning easier for families like yours. In today's video, we're breaking down the difference between home care and home health, what each one includes, what they don't, and how families can figure out which is the right fit. Let's dive in. What is home care? Home care is non-medical support at home. Think of it as help with the daily activities of living, bathing and grooming, dressing, meal preparation, light housekeeping, companionship, transportation to appointments. In Contra Costa, Alameda, and Santa Clara counties, families often hire home care agencies when an aging parent wants to age in place but needs more hands-on support. Home care workers are often called caregivers, companions, or aides. They're not medical professionals, but they can be the lifeline that keeps someone at home safely. What's home health? Now let's flip the coin. Home health is medical care at home, ordered by a doctor and typically covered by Medicare. It can include skilled nursing visits, physical, occupational, or speech therapy, wound care, medication management, vital sign checks. But here's the catch. Home health is short-term and focused on recovery after a hospitalization or medical event. The nurse or therapist comes a few times a week, not every day. That's where families get tripped up. They expect around-the-clock help, but the home health was never designed for that. Let's now talk about the key differences. Let's break it down side by side. Home care, it's non-medical, paid out of pocket or through long-term care insurance, flexible schedules, a few hours a week, up to 24/7 live-in. Focus is on comfort, safety, daily living. Now, home health, it's medical. It's covered by Medicare or insurance if ordered by a doctor. Limited visits, short-term focus, and the focus overall is on rehab, treatment, and recovery. Both are important, but they serve different needs. Here's an example. I worked with a family in Walnut Creek whose father had hip surgery. Medicare sent a home health nurse twice a week and a physical therapist for a few weeks. But in between those visits, he struggled. He couldn't shower safely, he forgot meals, and he was falling behind on household chores. The family eventually hired home care for 6 hours a day to fill the gaps. Together, home health plus home care, he got medical recovery and the daily support he needed. Let's segue to common misconceptions. Let's bust a few myths. Myth 1. Home health will cover caregiving needs like bathing and cooking. Reality? That's home care. Myth 2. Medicare pays for long-term daily help at home. The reality? Medicare covers skilled home health for a short period, but not ongoing personal care. Myth 3. Only wealthy families can afford home care. The reality, some families use long-term care insurance, veterans benefits, or even creative real estate solutions like selling or renting a home to help pay. How families can decide. Here's a quick framework I share with clients. 1. Medical versus non-medical needs. Is the main issue rehab, wound care, or therapy? That's home health. Is it daily living, meals, bathing, companionship? That's home care. 2. Is it short-term versus long-term? Short-term recovery is home health. Long-term support is home care. 3. Coverage versus out-of-pocket. Medicare will cover some home health. Home care usually requires private pay or long-term care insurance. Here's what I tell families in Contra Costa, Alameda, Santa Clara, and San Mateo counties. Start by asking your parents' doctor what's medically necessary. That will trigger home health if it's appropriate. Then, assess the daily life gaps. Are meals, hygiene, and safety an issue? If so, add home care. Don't wait until burnout hits. Caregiver fatigue is real, and layering support early prevents crisis. So let's recap the difference. Home care is non-medical, daily living support, flexible, and usually private pay. Home health is medical, ordered by a doctor, short-term covered by Medicare. The two can complement each other, but confusing them can leave a family without the support they really need. This has been another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast. If your loved one is considering senior living and you need to figure out what to do with their home, let's talk. Schedule a free consultation and learn more about my services at www.simplifyseniortransitions.com. Have a quick question, DM me on Instagram at soldbydale. And don't forget, you can also listen to the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major platforms. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.